Things are about to get very exciting. And I'm not only talking about the Bitcoin price, because even though that is crazy exciting too, in this video I'm going to tell you guys where Bitcoin is headed next, because right now we're at the most critical resistance. But the moment that we break it, if we do, it's going to be a very quick burst. And I want to prepare you guys for that. But on the opposite side, I want to warn you yet again. And I know I've been doing that multiple times right now, but a warning should be in place about what exactly is pumping these prices right now. At the same time, I told you all, I read every single comment. And a lot of you guys are asking for these things. A update on which coins I would buy if I had to start out with $1,000, more updates on my trades, and just talk about some more altcoins that I think will absolutely pop off. All three of those are coming up. If you've got a different video you'd like to see, let me know in the comment section down below. And I should also give one last massive warning, because something really bad happened to one of my crypto friends, but I'll tell you about it as we go further in this video. And I'll give you guys every single detail I have. And all I ask in return is for you guys to support by pressing that like button, and I'll let us dive in. First of all, Bitcoin is on set to get the highest weekly close in 83 weeks. That's 581 days. And matter of fact, this would be the 7th week in a row of just green candles for Bitcoin. A little bit earlier, I already showed you guys that the majority of the scared money, or rather actually of the shorts and of the liquidation points, were all below 39,000 even. A matter of fact, many people are looking at 40,000 because it's such an easy psychological barrier. And I didn't post this yet, but please take a look. In here, you can see where the majority of the pressure lied. You can see about 38.6 was the levels that we were facing right here. Between these two small ones would be 40,000, not as much pressure. No, the pressure picks back up at roughly $47,000 per Bitcoin, meaning most likely, guys, the narrative that is playing out right now, which mostly has to do with ETFs, people know that the probability of a Bitcoin ETF being approved in about 30 days is extremely high. And as we now know from the pressure chart, basically, the moment that we now break through is going to be a pretty easy ride. Because 40,000, it's not holding up because of massive liquidations or, oh, it's a massive resistance, nothing like that. No, we've actually gone past the majority of the pain already. It's partially because it's a massive psychological barrier, but for the most part, honestly guys, because I believe it's being manipulated as they don't want the price to go too hard. Similarly, as we've seen with XRP and coins of the sort, very often what these guys do is they limit the price action. And I'm telling you guys right now, I'll be talking about another warning a little bit later in this video. But the best of best pieces of advice from me are not financial advice. No, they by far are the mental advice, in the sense of, I personally think the most important thing in life is to minimize regret. And how I always relate that back to crypto, guys, I'm not a financial advisor, but I've been in this space for a while. I've made many mistakes, but never, ever do I sit still and think, oh, if only because I can keep doing that every single day. I missed so many opportunities because I was skeptical, scared, didn't have enough money, you name it. But two things after, I guess, getting more acquainted with investing that I never do anymore is be envious/jealous and regretting things. If I didn't invest, I made the choice not to invest. If somebody else is doing way better than me, they made way more money than me, I'm happy for them because that shows it is possible. There have been people that were in a way worse situation than you, doing way better than you. And many people hate me for saying this, but if you're not at the place where you want to be, don't blame anybody else. Just go work for it. It's your own fault, but you can get to wherever you want to be. And anybody telling you it's not possible, nah, screw them. Anyway, Cyrus said, your biggest risk is being underallocated to the industry you log into every single damn day to talk about, since you know it's going to go up again eventually, but not having enough coins because you're a little B. I'm not going to say you're a little bit, because I know a lot of people, they like to buy more crypto, but just don't have more funds. This is more pointed towards the people that are skeptical. In the comments, I'd say about 4 out of every 10 people, they still are uncertain as to whether or not crypto will come back. And I think about 6 out of 10 right now are people telling me, Dusty, you talk about XRP every single day, but the price does nothing. And I sometimes want to hit a brick to my face and just scratch my eyes and ears out, because I can't fathom why people can sometimes not look at the longer term of things. If everything had to happen today, it would theoretically speaking also be that you've only got one chance to basically buying cheap. My point actually here being, most coins follow the same recipe. And if you've been watching these videos for a while, all right, I'm gonna ask you guys again to make sure you press that like button. You guys are true supporters. And I'm saying this for you guys, but also for the people that still have doubts. I just want people to understand this, and I ask nothing in return except for that like. If you've been watching these videos for a while, you'd know one very important thing. The cycle in the crypto space is generally speaking the same. People will try to deny it. People will say they know better, or this time it's gonna be different. But thus far, nothing has been. And that's why I always say, if you're not making crazy money this run, it's most likely your own fault, because you were either too skeptical, you thought you were too smart, something like that. You're gonna take yourself down. It is so simple. The recipe for success, it is so simple. Let me spoon feed it to you. I will push it into you like a straw. That sounded kind of weird. Every single run, same thing. Bitcoin, major caps, small caps, back into Bitcoin Ether, back into fiat, all right? And again, it rinses and repeats. Fiat, so people take their normal money, or Bitcoin. Some people already had that, and they push Bitcoin for the most part. Then it goes to your big caps. Then it goes to smaller caps. Some small altcoins will always do well, in the sense that every single run, you're gonna see many altcoins perform like crazy. And the lower along the ranks you go, the more crazy the gains will be, which is why I always say, if you've not got a significant amount of capital, your method of investing in crypto should be different. The more money you have, I think, the more safe you should play the game. And if you've only got $20, that's what I started with my whole crypto journey. I'd personally say risk it all, go big or go home. And just, if you fail completely, go make $20 again and try again. If you're gonna buy Bitcoin with your 20 bucks, wow, eventually you could have 60 in a couple years. That's not that exciting. For some people it is, I know, but reality of things, that's not so exciting. I think people would get really excited though if they turned that $20 into $500, into $1,000. That is insane gains. Anyway, so what we're seeing right now, Bitcoin picking up the dominance, which is why for every single one of these videos, I am not talking about, hey, how's the XRP price moving in comparison to, because we don't care about that. All we care about is this chart right here. This is Bitcoin's dominance. It's still in an uptrend, and only the moment that it breaks, am I gonna go full hard on altcoins. Right now, Bitcoin is still king. It still decides where we go. In massive altcoin season though, I'm telling you again, let's take us a ride. What I was saying is every single altcoin goes up. I don't want to say trust me, because I want to make sure you guys understand. I'm not your financial advisor and things can go different. But most likely every single thing you buy will go up. It's just about finding the right timing. Right now we're seeing there's a very easy gap between about 39,000 and 47. So if that gets filled, if we see a massive rush, there's a good chance that Bitcoin's dominance from there on forward already is going to start to falter. The honest expectation was it happens after the halving, after Bitcoin gets closer to an all-time high with a correction in the middle. But because of the BlackRock pressure, and all that, things are a little bit different than previous runs. And it is possible that this time around, we could theoretically speak and see an all-time high even before the halving cycle that's going to come around in about 5 months. It's definitely possible, and that would be a first though. And from that perspective, I keep warning you guys by saying things can really go a lot faster than meets the eye. That's why I want to make a couple of videos for you guys talking about my best coins. Because the reason I'm investing in many things you guys might find stupid is because I, last season, was a bit late to the party. But I know fully that anybody starting with $1 million that knows good people and knows how to invest can turn it into $100 million in a good season, because crypto is just that crazy right now. And we're very early to this game. It's not fully saturated by the big funds yet, but probably in the next couple of years it will happen. I mean, we're starting to see the starts of it all. And what we're probably also going to be seeing is a paradigm shift where a lot of the allocation that now is kind of built around exchanges, oh, it's got a Binance listing, oh, it's got a Bybit listing, that's crazy exciting. That's going to probably fade at some point because people are afraid of repercussions. But once more, the stage is still set. People keep trying to deny the fact that crypto will go up. But if you ever wondered, should I buy more? Well, you know that crypto eventually will go up. The question is just exactly when, which is why I keep my money in crypto. But this time around, I'll tell you guys more about how to cash out though, just to be sure that you guys are always happy. And now, everybody, if you've not pressed that like button yet, right now is your time. There's a warning. 𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗀𝗰𝗋, one of my friends, has just been completely screwed over by 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗡. Now, I don't know 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗡 themselves. I never really spoke with them, haven't really used the exchange before. I perhaps might have a couple of altcoins on there that I could only buy, but I'm gonna say I will probably not have more than $50,000 or something like that on 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗡. And I've not done it yet, but I'm taking all my money off as soon as I finish this recording session, because moving money for me is a very difficult ordeal because, as I said before, I try to focus completely on safety. So there's a couple little loopholes I got to go through, but I highly recommend you guys to stay away from 𝗕𝗓. This story is really crazy. He deposited money, and he's one of the biggest crypto YouTubers in the world, and they are just like, no, we're not going to give it to you. And that is absolutely unacceptable, absolutely insane, because he did everything right. At first I thought, oh, he must have done something wrong. But looking into it, he did everything right, and they practically just stole his money, and I think that's just absolutely crazy. That's why, for the most part, I always use Bybit. If there's ever an issue, you can just walk up to the CEO. Never heard bad things yet. Sometimes there'll be issues, but if the support can't help you, really? Then probably it's your own fault, because I've never heard anything bad, except for just minor inconvenience, like, hey, the US can't use it, all that stuff. But if you're looking for a free $500 XRP trade, I've left the link for that down below, so just go ahead and claim that for yourself. It's pretty juicy. Because who doesn't want $500 for absolutely free to trade with? And yeah, screw 𝗕𝗓, go Bybit, I'd say. It's just my favorite exchange right now. I use it all the time, as you guys know. And some people will not be able to use it, but if you can, I highly recommend checking it out. But of course, guys, I'm not your financial advisor. All I am is trying to help you on these different things. I just got my steak though, and I bought so much that I gotta eat it right now. I also have some plantain and some salads I brought from like a Brazilian kitchen. So I got like a picanha Alcantara or something, and a flank steak. Whatever. Hopefully you guys enjoy your Sunday. If you've not done it yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel for future updates or for those videos about my top altcoin picks and things like that. And if you're a Twitter user, you might want to follow me over on Twitter, as my updates there will be quicker than on YouTube. And because there's not as many comments or likes here, I always see everybody interacting with it because I get a notification. So if you're a true supporter of Twitter, I'll have seen you for sure. I know about you, and I'll remember every single one of you who does that. But yeah, that's about it.